I'm Charlie, and this is part 3 of our series on playing to fit the song, genre appropriateness. What that essentially means is what you're playing fitting with the style of music? Is it fitting with what you're playing over? Now, the reason this is so important is because it's very easy to get lost in what you're playing, coming up with new ideas. There's a time and a place for everything, and as musicians, we sometimes struggle to see the bigger picture and things, and we kind of just stick to our own parts. Now, what I'm going to talk about here is essentially the difference between playing to the song and just kind of playing randomly. It's not necessarily just random notes, because it can still be in the key, but the idea is essentially playing to fit the music. Firstly, I'm just going to quickly demonstrate the difference between playing with just like free play and then playing with the backing track, essentially seeing the full picture of it. So that was just playing randomly. It doesn't sound bad, all the notes work, but it's not necessarily following the music, and it's not making the whole sound feel like a part. It just feels like we're just playing over it. Whereas I play over it now and kind of try and play it as a musical part and an extension of the backing track almost. It doesn't necessarily sound bad the first time round because all the right notes have been played, but it feels like it's kind of missing something. It feels like almost disjointed. Whereas the second time round felt a little bit more like it was playing along with the music. How we kind of go about doing this is firstly just put on the backing track and just have a listen. See what all the instruments are doing, so the rhythms, just what instruments there is, the style of track that it is, and it'll teach you a lot about what's just going on with the track just from listening. So, for example, if we just put on the track now, have a listen to the drums. This little triplet thing the guitar's doing. And just try and pick out the little different things. And then when we play, we'll just try and follow it. And we want to try and write it as a part, as if we're almost writing a song, but in real time. And just try and complement what's going on in the track. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the backing track on and I want you to just play along. But just pay attention to everything that's going on in the track and just try and complement it. Try and write it as a part and you'll be surprised how much difference it makes. Takeaways from this lesson are essentially just before you kind of play along with the track, just listen to what's going on and make sure everything is fitting and complementing the track rather than just kind of playing freely, because it honestly makes a massive difference.